Hello and welcome to an album a day, day number 24. Today we're going to talk about an album that I'm very excited to have in my collection. It's a little bit rare, this particular version of it. This one came out in 1975, original pressing from Purple Records. It was the only album by this band that was issued a Purple Records release, so that's kind of cool. And we are talking about also a Christmas related album for me as well because of the time that I got really into it in the beginning. And we are talking about the 1975 issue of Rainbow's first album, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. Love the cover. The guitar castle, it really fit where he would eventually go in the future. So nice little bit of a premonition. The vinyl is in beautiful condition with the Purple Records label. I would say near mint, if not mint. There's probably just a little bit of crackling on it. So the only thing that kind of sucks about this version is that there is a sticker that's actually attached to the jacket, which is a shame, but you know, when you get records that are used, that happens. I may be able to steam that off. I haven't really wanted to experiment with that yet. Otherwise, it's in pretty good condition, a little bit of denting and slate wear. Got the lyrics on the back, just as 16th century green sleeves, which I always thought was a little strange. But this is also a gatefold, which I don't think my original Oyster version was a gatefold. I think it was just the regular sleeve, but it has some really wonderful pictures in there. And I'm guessing that's a stage shot from a Deep Purple concert because I don't think they would have had Rainbow concerts by the time this came out, but maybe they did a few shows before the album. I don't know. But anyway, you got some great songs on here. What's interesting is I did not realize for the longest time, in fact, it wasn't until just a few years ago when I found out that there are actually vocals on the final track, Still I'm Sad, which I always thought was instrumental because there's no words. But there is a what sounds like a choral section in the very, very background. I mean, it's mixed so far back that you really have to listen on some very high quality speakers or headphones to be able to hear it. But it's really cool. Temple of the King, great Christmas song. The actual only song that I know of that I can play the guitar solo by Ritchie Blackmore correctly, and it's because it's super simple, let's face it. I'm not a guitar player, but that one I can actually play right when, like one every 100 times I try. Snake Charmer, if you don't like rock and roll. Self-Portrait. The interesting thing is that when he left Deep Purple, he didn't like how, bluesy they were becoming and the influence of Glenn and David's style he wasn't happy with on Stormbringer. And I really find this to be kind of a mellow, somewhat bluesy rock and roll album. Man on the Silver Mountain is very slow. It's very patient, I would say. And when you hear the live version on the On Stage album, it's like, wow, this is a whole different song. And that was the version that I heard first. So when it came to the album, I'm like, wow, this is so slow and so weird because I had gotten used to that heavier, faster version. So I think it's a pretty mellow album for complaining that the music that you were playing was getting a little bit too mellow and bluesy. But it's a great album just the same. One of my favorites. I absolutely love it. It was one of the last ones that I purchased in the initial run of me building my catalog because it was a little more expensive and a little more hard to find, but it did complete my vinyl Purple Records collection as far as albums go. And yeah, really great album. So check it out, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day 25. Cheers.